Hi guys, Herbalist40 here and thank you for joining me today. So, we're going to jump in with what I thought was in my last video, and I've just gone and checked and fuck me, it's not there. So I do apologise for those of you who checked my last video. At the end of that I said pay attention to something that was in the background and we would discuss it in the follow-up video. So I just thought fuck it, I'm going to go check and then I can cut that bit and add it into this one. And it wasn't there, so I'm sorry for asking you to look for something that wasn't there, my bad. Basically what I wanted you to pay attention to was this song Sleepwalking from the Chain Gang of 1974 that we've heard many times before on my channel, Wispy's channel, probably other channels. Speaking of other channels, reason I don't upload so much anymore mainly now is because I'm pissed off. There's a sad side to YouTube, which is anytime someone thinks of something remotely or even semi-good, there's a bunch of leeches that jump onto that shit and try to make it themselves a name out of these good ideas. So I believe that I've had some pretty good fucking thoughts recently, and it's pissing me off that I see them showing up on channels left, right and centre who absolutely crush me in subs, something that doesn't really bother me, but if these people are going to try and make a quick buck off of shit that I've brought to the table, then the least I expect is a little, oh, I took this information from him and it is his information and I'm just using it in my context. But there's none of that. There's, oh, look at this, and these dickheads doing it comment on my fucking videos and then just take my shit and ignore the fact that they should at least give me, I don't really like using shout out, but at least a little bit of credit, you know what I mean? Anyway, it doesn't matter what you do on YouTube, unfortunately that's just the case. You can come up with anything you think is a good idea. Just give it a week or two, give yourself some time to flourish on your channel. Next thing you know, your shit ain't your shit anymore. Anyway, besides the point, these guys, every time they do a live sing-song of Sleepwalking, they do it with the exact same clip of GTA 5 playing in the background. And one of the things that really stood out to me is a scene from this mission. I can't remember exactly what it's called. I will feature it in the description below. And basically when you come into this factory, there's going to be a reunitement between Michael, Franklin and Trevor, and one thing that we're really shown and made to focus on is this number 9 on this particular barrel. I don't know what it's for, melting steel inside it or something along those lines, not too certain. But anyway, this number 9 is predominant during this mission. Doesn't matter what angle you take it from, it kind of throws this into your face. And as we know in GTA 5 we have a song which is 9 is God. So that is what I want you to pay attention to in the last video, but you couldn't. But jumping back, they show us the windmills, they show us the oil pumps, they show us the yellow crop duster, and they show a lot of other interesting things along the way. Now this clip seems to be composed of some cinematics and also some in-game gameplay footage, which is kind of weird. So basically, just to let you know, anytime these guys play live, doesn't matter where it is, it's always this same clip that they have on in the background. So all you have to do is go on YouTube, The Chain Gang of 1974, Sleepwalking, live, any of the videos will feature this clip. Now, heads up, these guys cannot sing for shit live. It's actually really fucking awkward and embarrassing to listen to. It is terrible. So yeah, there's obviously a lot of computer tech work as far as the song goes, because I actually enjoy it in GTA 5, and then I was listening to these dudes sing it live and it is absolutely fucking horrible. Anyway, based upon these short images that I've shown you, we're going to get started into this episode. Basically, we're going to just add a lot of information based on the dream theory that we covered last time. A lot of it is going to be coming from what you guys gave me in the comment section, which turned out to be one of the best set of comments I've ever got on any video that I've ever put up, which is pretty fucking awesome, because near enough each and every one of you that came to comment had some additional information to throw in there that I really hadn't considered or hadn't bothered to put in the video in the first place, which is pretty fucking dope of you, so thank you very much. I welcome all the new subscribers who came from Sparrow Maddox mainly these past few weeks. Massive thank you to you, man. Honestly, it really helped out. Apologies for not uploading so much, but as I said in the beginning, It's kind of getting on my nerves putting shit up just to facilitate lazy people's lives and allow them to make a quick buck, allow them to get some quick views and quick likes on some material that they've just copy and pasted from me. It wouldn't be so bad if it was a copy and paste, but they literally take the shit all over it and then upload it, and that kind of frustrates me. But anyway, besides the point. For now, I'm not going to show any more of this live footage just for copyright reasons, so be sure to go check it out because the whole clip itself is very interesting indeed. But anyway, we're going to jump into some of what you viewers had to say. Okay, so I was talking a bit fast, so I was getting a bit hyper, so I rolled a little zoot right now. Hopefully this will allow me to do this at a calmer pace. That's the objective anyway. Kicking off the viewers' voices sort of thing is from Kim F. Now, basically, when I brought out the first video on Dream Theory, the one prior to this one, we sort of accepted that if the Dream Theory was correct in any way, it would have been Michael's dream rather than Franklin or Trevor's or anyone else's in the game. That's what it kind of points to. That's what seems to make a bit more sense. Now, Kim F basically presented that Michael is in a way seeking redemption and trying to forget his physical life for things that he may or may have not done. Now, I agree with him, and this kind of ties into what a guy called Step on Frog brought to me, and he kind of, I don't know, disappeared from my comment section. I don't know if he deleted his comment or what, or just took his YouTube channel down, I don't know. But anyway, he seemed to think that GTA 5 could be Rockstar's direct interpretation of Lost. Now, Lost is something I've covered a lot of before. I have GTA 5 versus Lost, the documentary. If you haven't seen it, definitely check that one out. It's one of my main major videos, I'd say. But anyway, Michael dies in North Yankton. When he takes a bullet, showing up to his empty grave, the fact that he's unable to see himself in his grave is in a way a representation of Jack Sheep from Lost. Now obviously if you go back to Jack Sheep, as I said, check out the Lost documentary because that will cover Jack Sheep. All these things I'm saying, if they're making bells ring in your head and you're going to tell me, oh, Herb, Jack Sheep, etc., don't worry, I've already covered it, so go check that out. But moving along, we have Jamie T. Now, I don't know, I'm going to zoom in on this. Jamie actually has his channel. He has a few interesting videos on there. I don't think he uploads too regularly on GTA 5, but by all means feel free to go and check him out. He suggests that essentially missions like Did Somebody Say Yoga, Daddy's Little Girl, all these missions that relate to Michael's children could be alone interpreted as dreams. So that means that we take any mission that involves Michael's kids, exclude those ones from the rest of the storyline, and that could present to us a series of missions that we could assemble into making an understandable dream. It's a bit of a mouthful, but in his own way, he might be right. Now, this reminded me of a little conversation that me and Trippy had. Trippy mentioned on Trippy Commentaries, he mentioned on Twitter that yoga, in some beliefs, is a way of summoning demons. So sort of like a evil ritual, a demon summoning ritual. Now, just before Did Somebody Say Yoga, the mission just before that, Trevor walks in and says, did somebody say yoga? Now that's the point where Trevor meets Michael after all these years of believing that he was dead. Now, if yoga is interpreted as being a way of summoning demons, I kind of like the fact that Trevor kind of walked back into Michael's life at that point. Now, if Michael is dreaming and his demon is Trevor, the yoga could be an interpretation of, or one way of interpreting this dream, if you gather my meaning on that. Now, jumping on to another comment from Danson James, who kindly reminded me that Michael is the only one out of the three characters who has a rooster ringtone on his phone. Now, roosters are usually associated with waking up in the morning, so again, a nice little attribution to our dream theory. For any of our new subscribers here, Brio674 is a very good friend of mine as far as the GTA mystery goes. He used to upload plenty of very solid and interesting videos to his channel. They are still on there, so if you're new to mine and you've never seen Bryo674, by all means go and check him out as well. He kind of blew me away when it came with an insane connection to the dream theory, and that is that now Los Santos, as we know, the real life counterpart is Los Angeles, and one of the common nicknames for Los Angeles in real life is La La Land. La La Land, for those of you who don't know, is directly attributed to a dream world. Someone who's in La La Land is someone who's daydreaming, for example. Now at this point I have to give a massive shout out to Antifa Unicorn, because it's a simple calculus that he brought to the table, he or she, I'm not sure, brought to the table for me this time round, and it comes back to our good old friend Freud. Now in the last video I explained to you that Freud's entire life's work studying the human psyche was strongly attributed to the study of his dreams and his patients' dreams in order to understand their sufferings and all the things that were going on in their lives, things that he needed to analyse and understand to become the founder of psychoanalysis. Now, Antifa Unicorn, simple calculus as I said, brought to the table that if GTA 5 is, as we believe, set in 2013, and we go by the Epsilonist belief that the world is 157 years old, that would make 1856. Just so happens to be the date that Freud, Sigmund Slomo Freud, was born, 1856, so I thought that was fucking insanely interesting. So based on Epsilonist belief, the world didn't start until Freud came along. That's the idea anyway, it's not written as such, but that is the way I see it, and I believe that's the way Antifa presented the information. He wanted, or she wanted me to see it that way as well. So yeah, anyway, I thought that was pretty fucking awesome, and I didn't catch his comment either, I couldn't find it when I looked at it, but there's a dude called Marcelo Gavira, and he reminded me obviously of The Matrix. Now, anyone who wants to see what my thoughts on The Matrix were in regards to GTA 5, you should check out the Grand Theft Auto show video that I made, and in that I go into quite a lot of detail as to why The Matrix is referenced many times over in the vehicles of this game. Now, the reason Marcelo brought this up is because of the blue pill, red pill situation. Stay asleep, live in the dream world, or wake up. So once again, the red and blue comes into play, but we're right on par with our dream theory. Now speaking of which, another guy came to comment, and we're going to jump over to an image that he sent me. So this was sent in to me by a guy called Kevin Salens, and I had seen this building before, but it completely slipped my mind. I hadn't ever put two and two together. But we were just speaking about the Matrix and the red and the blue pill and the dream world and the real world. This is called the Dream Tower, red and blue, straight from GTA 5, straight from Los Santos. So I haven't done any research into this for now, but I can just tell you for a kick-off that it's very interesting. Attached with his comment was a few additional bits of information. But I'm going to save the bigger side to this for the next upload, so I'm going to do a lot more research in the next one and kind of bring all this together. For the moment I'm just bringing up people's ideas and a simple way of connecting them bit by bit. So I'm going to wrap this one up for now. I know you guys don't really appreciate the camcorder videos, and I don't really enjoy doing it this way either. However, on top of me being pissed off with the way things go when I upload videos, I do have a bit of a busy life at the moment. Nothing too exciting, let me reassure you. It mainly involves work, my car breaking down and all sorts of crazy shit like that. Just normal life really, so you can sort of understand why I don't always get to upload regularly, or as regularly as I'd like to. But don't worry, if I was ever to give up on this shit, or if I was ever not to start uploading, or really thought that I didn't want to do it anymore, you'd be the first to know. I wouldn't just carry on giving you shit uploads and stuff that you don't want to know, or stuff that you're not interested in. So for now, all good. I plan to carry on uploading. I'll make sure that my next video is made through some amateur editing at least. Make it a little bit more tidy, a little bit more enjoyable for you guys to watch. So I'm going to leave it on this. Bob Stoner. I'm hoping you guys have the time to read what this guy has written. And at the bottom, MJK, not to be confused with MLK. Anyone who wants to know what's coming next, give MJK a look, and I'm sure you can see by what he's posted up here, you've already got a good idea of why this is going to be of some interest to us. Anyway, until next time, take it easy and see ya.